See, that's what I got to deal with every day I come to the daggone radio show. I get this is his whole thing right here. It's the meanest dude in radio right now. The meanest motherfucker in radio. The meanest, goddamn.
How it go?
Did good. I did 30 minutes. 30 minutes of unscripted shit. And I'm tired, motherfuckers. Sure is.
Yeah, he's 30 minutes pressure off the stage.
Man,
30 minutes.
as you recorded, shout out Baltimore Flava Radio, we here.
And look, his white t-shirt fit.
Yeah, you know me. You know me.
This is where we make it happen.
Where'd she go? Oh, she's in the bathroom.
Who went to the bathroom?
Yeah. It ain't no point recording because y'all ain't gonna see this till like August anyway.
That's kind of true.
I can't help it because I'm busy.
That's true.
Decoy down for bad boy, watch the M's not destroy. And here comes the brand new flavor in your ear. Flavor in your ear. Time for new flavor in your ear. I'm kicking new flavor in your ear. Max brand new flavor in your ear. Here comes the brand new flavor in your ear. It's time for new flavor in your ear.
This is a Hall of Fame Facebook friend right here.
You might have to.
And I'm following you, and Antoine's in the way.
I'm sorry. Let me sit down.
Everybody, white t-shirt fits on them.
Everybody took moves.
I want to talk to the dude about making them damn white t-shirts. Mine fit like an Under Armour shirt, man.
You gotta chill.
So, I'm gonna need that back. You know what I mean? I'm gonna need that back, all right, son? All right, so what is like, what's this, 9:54, and we're live here in the studio, ladies and gentlemen. This is live, see? It's live.
All this is live. We're not on air.
We're not on air yet,
But we're still live.
Look, Tony Braxton is here, look.
You know, she had to stop by.
Sean Paul, when the last time you seen Sean Paul? Never.
Man, Jay-Z here.
Got Jay-Z, got T.I. over there, who that?
Man, Trey in the background.
Old punk ass Trey Songz over here. Sorry Trey if you hear this, but never mind. Yeah, we're about to get started. That's where the magic happens right there. So you guys get ready because here we come once again.
She should be on her way. I just left her not even an hour ago.
The ham sandwich. See what
You
we
say
gotta
ham
deal with?
sandwich?
She should be on her way.
Who that?
Ham sandwich would be good right about now.
Who that? Yeah, because I'm hungry.
We went to Red Lobster.
Oh, they
Y'all
went
ain't
to
bring
Red-
nothing? Wow. You see black people
See?
on Father's Day weekend.
See, this
we ain't
is the
getting
problem.
nothing.
This is the problem.
That lady right there.
This is the problem. We done been on air for 3.5 months, and we done had how many guests?
A lot. Nobody brought.
We had one guest bring us
Dunkin' Donuts
t-shirts.
was closed.
Folks, we got to turn this camera off. We about to handle something. We be right back.
Can't eat and drink at the same time.
Yeah.
And so it's like people don't get that. Like you go to a restaurant and you will sit there and have like a war of words with the waiter because they are hell bent on bringing you a glass of water with your meal, and we physically can't eat and drink at the same time. So to be around people who know that and don't offer you a drink while you're trying to eat, it's like
So there's like a support group that goes along with this.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys
we
didn't
actually
touch on
met-
that. So let's talk about that a little bit.
Well, we actually met through St. Agnes. We actually met through St. Agnes Bariatric Group, which was created by Kathy Carr Dayton.
Well, I think it was like the hospital support group, but
Yeah,
yeah,
through St. Agnes.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But this event is open to all bariatric patients, no matter where you had surgery. You could have had surgery. Recipes, they have good ingredients, but they also taste good because we want to eat food that tastes good.
Yes.
You know, that's because we get healthy. Doesn't mean we want to like eat lettuce
Yes.
all day.
So
I'm
Man,
still
I'm gonna have to give up
fat
if you all have it now, can you give a glimpse of like what the menu is going to be for?
Ooh,
Yeah.
What should we tell them about the menu?
it tastes good.
Let's just say, okay, wait a minute, hold on. Let's just say, okay, there's going to be one menu item that is very popular in Maryland where everybody will debate where's the best place to get this different menu item that is Maryland
wonder what that
specific.
is.
What is that? What?
Either crab or
I
crab.
say the best place to get it is G&M. I don't know where you would get this particular food, but
Yeah,
Moe's. Oh, you would get your
Seafood,
Moe's?
President Street.
So,
It's kind of a tie
Yeah.
with the G&M
Yeah.
I
development.
think. What are the sponsors that you know better than I do? You push the microphone out.
The sponsors that we would like to thank right now is Cherie Cofield International.
We had her as a guest.
I know.
Definitely.
Yes.
Wow.
And we will actually be on her show next week with Dr. Agabot.
Okay.
And we have Celebrate Vitamins. We have Kay's Creations, my sister Kay. She did the flyers and the tickets for us, and she's been awesome.
Keisha's Berries.
Yeah, Keisha's Berries. Cakes by Cynthia.
They got a lot of stuff
Come on,
owned by
yeah,
people.
They have a lot of sponsors at the end
well,
of the
this
day.
is-
Keisha's Berry.
Yeah.
So what's the level of the sponsorship?
Turds.
She said
Better
African.
stop. There
The
you
levels
go.
of the sponsorship are Ruby, Diamond, Ruby, Pearl, and Diamond, and you can go to Eventbrite and look up Bariatric Prom for information about the sponsorships as well as.
So about how long have you been doing it?
About 20 years, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can clearly say 20 years. Man.
Yeah.
Wow.
20.
Yeah, a good combination of everything, and it's just building. So now, I went from just doing it to now teaching it, working with young people, working with adults.
You messing up my segues, bro.
That was the next question.
Yeah.
I'll chill.
No, go ahead. All right, go ahead. Because you are actually on a level of actually teaching. I'm not going to, people in general, because it's not just younger people, I'm assuming, but just teaching the people in general
Yes, sir.
how to get into the spoken word.
Yes, sir. And just being creative on a creative writing, just being creative, being able to challenge what you do. So it's a different combination of my course. It definitely promotes poetry and speaking and being confident, especially with the kids. You know, when they get up in front and they learn all of these different techniques, you know, it brings out something in them that they may not have thought they had or they may not thought that they could do, and it allows them to think and be more creative. And that's basically, you know, the main focal point of it is to use this to uplift and inspire and enlighten.
Yes. CJ, you had a question?
Not really, but I was just
touching
trying
for,
to make sure that Mocha don't take the whole interview.
Oh, okay, well, that's why this is my first Fisher Price recorder.
Back to the
Yo, we got to take a picture of this and post it. It's like pink and white.
But it works.
Like some girl had it in her basket on her tricycle, and it's like, let me cop that real quick. Right next to the Easy Bake Oven and shit.
Wow.
Well, I have to say something. I mean, I met Keith. Oh God, Keith has probably been about 12 years ago, maybe I met you, and it was in the circle of like some poetry. We were somewhere, and I was performing actually, and that's when I met you. And when I first heard your poetry, I was just taken back. You are truly one of the better poets that I've heard, and I know a lot of them, but you and you're so committed. You know, like I remember one time you was like, "I'm gonna get on this bus and I'm gonna get there." You know, it was like, you know, your commitment is there, and your words, your way with the words is just, it's really amazing how you put things together. You make it so beautiful and poetic, and it's just, it works for you. So I just want to compliment you on that. So
Thank you.
yeah, I'm so happy to see you here.
Dark skinned people blush.
Dark skin people. Oh, shuck it up.
When I told her you was coming back, she was like,
Yes, I was like, yes.
Dallas Cowboys cheerleader.
Yes.
Yeah, but you remember the last time she liked somebody, he got beat up.
Wow.
Oh, sorry.
What? What are you talking about? You still keep hating on that UFC fighter. You come over here, bounce on your head.
Go ahead and continue with the interview. We're talking about we're talking about him right now.
So, how did we come up with the concept of righteous?
I didn't have no clue of while I was sitting there.
Yeah.
You know, what was making me sit down. And as I did the poem, I started to cry. And because it was the first thing I've ever done to talk about it. And then after I got finished, I said, well, this is how I got finished it, by sitting down on this step, because I wouldn't have finished it standing up. And I didn't realize that when I was doing it, but it was just a reaction to do that. So that emotional, you can't, you know,
It's almost similar like when you watching people in church, like they catch the Holy Spirit and they get the crying and everything. It's like it's something that they feel like deep down. Because I mean, a lot of people, you know, I mean, everybody. It's people out there that don't believe in God, but there's a lot of people that do believe in God. And sometimes, if they start crying, I just believe it's something that.
She was like, you know, I can go another day. And I told her, I said, and it was real basic. I said to her, I said, you've probably been in situations like this before, or even worse, and you made it through. You know, you got to look at somebody that's next to you because their situation could be a lot worse than yours, you know. And that's enough to push you through, you know. And the fact that you have God in your life, you know. But, you know, I know you've probably had those experiences too where people have probably come to you and said, you know, thank you so much for that word because you are delivering a word.
I had I did something with some people down Fells Point, and please don't ask us how we even got down there because the next year we tried to get down there, they told us you weren't supposed to be there. But we had Fells Point blocked off. We had cops around. We told up. And we had it set up.
Yeah.
You know, but they got a new boss the next time that was running. You know, and they told us, you know, we weren't supposed to be there. All right, so I want to send this out to all of the viewers and somebody who may need to hear it.
All right.
I used to think that I was what folk like to call a has-been. And I used to think that walking by myself was a bad thing. I mean, it wasn't until the folk I walked with got on my nerves that I finally started to realize I had a whole lot to learn. You see, at that time, I wasn't quite loving myself right. And I was holding on to this thing called insecurity just a little bit too tight. But God said, Keith, don't wait until folk get over themselves to notice your own self-worth. Because like Jeremiah, what's special about you has been bubbling around ever since birth. And if you can't see the possibilities of greatness, then I don't know what to tell you. Because you've been trying to validate who you are and whose you are by worldly standards, and that same world's been trying to undersell you. He said, so what? You don't have relations. God said a relationship with me is a much better choice. And he said, you should be jumping up and down and wallowing out right now just by the very sound of my sexy voice. But it's all right with me if you don't want better for yourself. He said, go ahead and complain about bitterness, sadness, and loneliness. I'll just give all of this joy to somebody else. And so I must have forgot, but this is why I'm hot. You see, I learned how to love myself today. And if nobody cares anything about me, then that's absolutely okay. You see, I rolled over this morning, hugged myself, and I loved myself. Not in a perverted sexual way, but with a spiritually intimate display of absolutely the most unique form of affection, because I'm in the mood to please myself and I really don't want to hear any objections. So call it what you want, but I finally realized that it's all about me. And if I take it to the very next level, God ain't mad, so why should I be upset that I've probably got to touch my own heart? Because I've been letting my smile go dead, allowing other folk to give it a jump start. And you know, like I know, satisfaction comes from within. And since it takes a whole lot to caress a heart as big as mine, I might as well stop fronting and let the good times begin. Because I've spent so much precious time massaging other egos that my soul has become quite accustomed to connecting with unworthy Negroes. And finally, for the first time, I'm not afraid to kiss me and no one else. How about I got NDI track number 4 and repeating like I'm singing good morning to myself. I'm laughing out loud at every single thing that used to cause me pain. I am lying here whispering sweet nothings to that same insecurity, driving my thoughts completely insane. I'm staring at my reflection, totally falling head over heels for exactly what I see. How about I'm asking my future out on a date because I'm so in love with who I'm destined to be?
Come on.
So with tears in my eyes, I'm now calling my mom just to thank her for what she's done. Because not only has she raised the foundation for beauty, but she raised one heck of a son. And maybe this may sound crazy, but as dark as I am, I'm starting to glow. As a matter of fact, I am finally starting to realize that I'm so much more than the negative stuff people already know. So regardless, even though it could be, and definitely in spite of, I am finally looking like a child with destiny. Because that's me I see. And I don't know if you noticed it or not, but with me, I'm now crazy in love.
Yeah.
Come on, come on. Come on with it. Wow.
Let the church say amen.
Amen. Woo! Man.
Look to your neighbor and
What's
say,
that line you said you what you say?
Oh, I'm asking my future out on a date.
Woo!
Because I'm so much in love with who I'm destined to be. Yeah.
you got mocha moist though.
Oh wow! So when
No,
you said,
he didn't.
Oh,
That was just.
So when you said you're asking your future
out.
out on a date, you were talking about yourself.
I'm talking about who I'm destined to be. That's what I'm falling in love with.
Wow.
Who I've always been.
And I had a good time, and they were like, "You should join." I said, "No, I'm not a pageant girl. I'm 34 years old. I was 33 at that time." It's like I can't do this.
Wait a minute, you said you 34?
I'll be 35 in September. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I bring it. So it's just I love it because it's just.
Look, Damon, I ain't counting how many years.
I'm trying to get it right.
My daughter is 18, so let you know.
There you go, Damon.
Okay.
There you go.
No, that baby's off limits. Sorry.
That's right. That's see.
But
You don't want that. You don't want that.
So were you doing
advocates over
were you doing like modeling or something before you got into?
I was doing a little bit of everything. I was in property management for 13 years. I worked as
How
a
you
landlord?
go from property management?
I'm Miss Maryland for a reason. And the people tell me that when I talk to them about everything that I'm working on, the pageant aspect of it was just an opportunity for me to broadcast everything else that I was doing. The pageant world is really about sisterhoods.
Antoine, you had jokes too. Let's go.
So, the platform that you ran on for Miss Maryland, you suicide. I
Yes.
found that out through some back channels. Shout out Choose and Choose Sullivan. She's the one who hooked us up.
Yes, thank you.
How did that come about? Like, have you worked in youth suicide before, or is that something that you just have a passion for?
My platform actually is not just dealing with suicide prevention for the youth. My platform deals with no bullying, suicide prevention, and domestic violence prevention. So my foundation that I'm actually incorporating and launching next month is Empowerment Essence. And what we get a chance to do within Empowerment Essence is actually reprogram and actually help individuals deal with their past life experiences, but help them actually see the future. So many times with individuals, as does myself, as growing up, I was bullied from the time I was in the 5th grade until I was about in the 9th or 10th grade. I was thrown in a creek. I was really, really small at that time. I had this really crazy. You sit down and think about it and sit down and get to the root of your child. Find out who your child is outside of just, I'm mom, you do what I say, and that's pretty much it. You have a level of respect that you can build with your child, but if you don't know what's going on the inside, they don't feel comfortable talking to you, and their friends don't feel comfortable coming to talk to you about their problems that they can't go home about, they are lost. These children out here need us, and they have to feel that openness and feel that comfortable level where which they can say, look, I need help. What do I do? How do I cope through this? And so we get to it and we ask them, so why is it so important that such and such likes you? Why is it so important that you wear this particular label or this designer? Why is it important that you go to this particular school? And you know what they're going to tell you? Not because of what they have, but what everybody has programmed inside of them.
Yeah, that's interesting because as a teacher, I've been teaching for 20 years now. And, I taught in Baltimore City, and we know the issues that the children go through in Baltimore City.
Yes.
And then I went out to D.C. and I started working at a school that's very multicultural. And, there were children.
You said it right there. They said, are you still here? And see, where so many people, it takes time to get into those deep places.
Right.
And as adults, think about it. When we're set in our ways and we've gone through so much and we don't peel it off, how easy is it for somebody to reach us to actually get us to open up?
Right.
So now you're dealing with a child that has actually learned how to put layers on top of layers because now I'm hurting on the inside.
Yeah.
I just saw my mom die or what have you. And so now I don't even know how to express that and get that out. Nobody was there for me. I'm sitting in a foster home. You think that everything is okay. How am I able to release this?
Yeah.
And then you're telling me I got hope in tomorrow?
Yeah.
Show me something different.
Right.
But then people get frustrated. And they say, well, you didn't get it at this time. You should have got it already. You've been through this. You've been back and forth. But how do you say that to a child that has not seen anything?
And see, that's...
All right, hey everybody, this is Africa's Heart.
This is Nikki Massey.
And we're promoting the bariatric prom for all bariatric patients on Saturday, November 1st. And you can get tickets by going to Eventbrite and looking up bariatric prom. And we would like to give a big shout out to Baltimore Flava Radio.
Thank you, Baltimore Flava.
Yes.
Hey, this is spoken word artist Keith McBrown, and I just want to give a shout out to Baltimore Flava Radio, the hottest show Friday nights.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Shanetta Malkia, and I am here with Baltimore Flava Radio, and I love it. I am Ms. Maryland, United States, and I thank them so much for having me out. So outside of being a model and actress, I'm actually working on my new foundation, Empowerment Essence, so I can change the lives of many individuals. One life saved is one life given. I look forward to meeting with everybody soon. Make sure you stay tuned with Baltimore Flava Radio, and much love.
And she'll be back on August the 8th.
Let's go.
Yeah, well, just like Uniblab, robotic kicking flab, or flavor bit of batter, chitter chatter, matter than the Mad Hatter. I bet you buy shit, come my fatter. I got the data to turn your body into antimatter. And just like a piece of sizzling, you'll fit inside my stomach with the eggs and grits between. The king is what I mean.